Can you provide some other measure of success for the 4P's program? Kasi sa ngayon wala eh. Palpak
Madam Chair,
eh.
that's why we
In the
commissioned...
absolute measure of providing a new pathway out of poverty through 4P's.
Madam Chair, that's why
there
we commissioned...
simply isn't any success to claim.
Madam Chair, as mentioned in the past two meeting, that's why we commissioned those two studies. Kasi nobody has ever looked
But in
at...
the meantime, even without the studies, I just wanted to clear up. There were some questions about the 4P's program. Your submissions have some discrepancies. The data you provided for 2024, I think the USEC in charge of the 4P's, you're currently at 4.277 million households. From the start of the program, you indicated that you had 1.451 million households had exited. Yung 1.451, sabi nyo, exited na yon, ano? So, total of 5.728 households. In the same data, sinabi nyo na 6.472 have been served. So, may discrepancy tayo. It's just arithmetic.
Madam Chair,
Bakit
I'll go through it.
ng 743,000?
Madam Chair, if I may, and the USEC can collaborate. Madam Chair, the target is always 4.4 million. But within months, merong nag-graduate, merong umaalis, may pinapasok ulit. So the current number of beneficiaries, tama ho kayo, is at 4.2.
Yeah,
That's the
what
current.
you submitted eh.
That's the current in our database.
Oh.
Now, yung sinasabi ho nyo nag-exit, sila yung nag-exit from inception of the program till current.
Are
till
you saying from 2007 yan? Ang nipis
now.
naman yan.
Ma'am, 2007.
Kaya nga, ang nipis nga. Ang konti naman.
Ma'am, kasi di ba kailangan matapos yung mga anak nila from school and then they have a 7-year gestation period also. So, yeah. So, ang exit natin.
But that's 17 years. Siguro naman, under 18 years old lang ang covered.
Madam Chair, it's only been recent na nag-exit ang DSWD from the program. I'm sure you well know na noon there was a COA.
may exit din. May exit
Pero konti
din.
ho, that's why COA even cited, before I came in, there was a COA cited finding that said nga na hindi kami nag-exit ng enough.
Nga.
So that's
Hindi
why,
yan
yan numero na yan,
17 years.
yan numero na yan is small kasi hindi ho talaga nag-exit noon. But right now, we are more aggressive in it using the SWD. And in 2023, for instance, Madam Chair,
So,
alone...
in any case, what's the reason for the discrepancy of 743,000?
Ano 743?
There's a discrepancy eh. Kasi you said that 6,472 have been served. So, bitin yun. Kasi may 5.728. There, it's not tallying. Unless they become eligible again. I'm just assuming that after COVID, they went right back to being eligible. Is that possible? Di ba tumanda na yung mga anak, hindi na pwede yun?
Madam Chair, let me explain in a less complicated manner. Medyo mahirap sabayan pero please bear with me. Madam Chair, nung 2019, nagkaroon tayo ng listahanan. Inabutan ho siya ng COVID. So nung pumasok ho si Sec Tulfo and ako, meron ho mga portion na ini-exit massively. Almost 1.4 million yung in-exit. Na pagtingin namin, mahirap pa rin.
I understand. I was there. I was
So
already
binalik
chair
natin
for that.
sila. We did return people who were inadvertently exited from the program. That's around 700,000. Roughly, ma'am, 700,000 yung binalik natin.
So are you saying that the discrepancy for the 743,000 is because they were restored, they were re-qualified?
Yes, ma'am. We revisited them using the case management tool to determine kung mahirap pa talaga sila or hindi. Then binalik namin yung mga karapat
Talagang
dapat na
mahirap
ibalik.
pa naman kahit in-exit ninyo eh.
Madam Chair, pero ito kasi dapat they should not have been exited.
Kasi di ba wala naman long-term effect siya eh, sa employment at saka income of household.
Actually, ma'am,
Ang epekto lang niya sa vaccination at saka sa edukasyon.
Ma'am, dun sa case management tool that we use, di ba they graduate out also when we see that there's some type of economic sustainability of sorts. Pero ma'am, yes, we did return them back to answer
the discrepancy, can you just give me a coherent explanation? Because it's not tallying, it's just arithmetic. Bakit ganun? Isa pa, why does the program count college graduation as your achievement? Hindi naman kayo nagbibigay ng tulong sa kolehiyo.
Madam Chair, pero di ba kasi education, keeping kids in school.
Tapos ang baba pa ng score ng high school natin.
Keeping them in school, so we'd like to think na nakaabot sila ng kolehiyo because nag-primary and secondary education
Di
sila.
ba dapat CHED yun? Wag na ninyo i-claim yun. Di naman kayo tumutulong dun eh.
18. Ma'am, hanggang senior high.
Kasi hindi naman totoo eh.
Yeah. Yes, Madam Chair. But kasi we were trying to show breaking of the intergenerational poverty as a means of success ng program.
I think that should be noted as a mere observation and not claimed as an accomplishment of the program. Hindi naman totoo. Also, out of 1.451 that exited, only a total of 567,000 or 39% exited due to better living conditions, meaning they graduated or voluntarily waived. So are we satisfied that the flagship anti-poverty program has a mere 39.1 success rate? Kasi effectively, that is the success rate that you're claiming. So you're actually saying 61% palpak, 39% okay.
Madam Chair, of the ones that graduated, are you saying that?
Oo, kasi di ba, there's an admission in your presentation that out of the ones who exited, only 567,000 are actually out of poverty. So the rest are not. So ibig sabihin, 39.1% lang ang okay na, nakaahon na. Yung iba, nakalugmok pa rin sa kahirapan.
Madam Chair, sadly because the law has certain things, diba? Pag wala ka ng eligible children, kahit na mahirap ka pa, aalisin ka.
Understood.
So sadly, these are provisions of the law that we want to look into again.
No, that's precisely why you're here, because we are the legislature and we can fix the law. Precisely.
Yes, Madam Chair.
Kasi palpak to.
Madam Chair.
Kung magre-report ako na isang programa na 17 taon na sinusugod, abay napakababa naman ito, 39.1%. Di ba dapat tigilan na yan?
Madam Chair, two things, Madam Chair. One, you're correct that there are limitations to the law. In fact, we are pushing for amendments to include looking at that.
I've never seen any.
Ma'am, we're about to submit now. Two, Madam Chair, if you can recall, we mentioned about commissioning a study on the 4P's and all the anti-poverty programs.
But I think we don't need the study. These numbers are glaring us in the face.
Yes, Madam Chair, the 883 na umalis na may not have better life, ano sila, wala nang anak ho na nag-childhood
Understood,
age.
they're no longer qualified.
Yeah, so those are
Wala nang minor kids.
Those are the limitations that we want to look into. Baka maamendahan ho yung
So
batas.
the other thing is, we've talked about exit programs. Of those who exited, eto nga kasi hindi nga nagtatali, how many became recipients of SLP and were forwarded or endorsed to DepEd for alternative learning,
Madam Chair,
or to DOLE for some kind
Madam
of
Chair,
TESDA training?
will
Wala bang follow-up to?
Ma'am, meron. We will submit
Kasi, ang problema, kung 39.1%, kung kumpanya, kayo negosyante, di ba? Kapag kumpanya 39% after 17 years, di ba pinapatay na yung programang yun? Obvious ba na hindi pwede yun? So, are there other metrics that can show some level of success? Because right now, I'm not deriving any.
Madam Chair, for instance, in the ma'am, the impact, there's only one impact assessment that we use, the one that PEDS normally gives us. In the last impact assessment, they were looking at two variables. Education, which they said nga, there's still a lot to be desired kasi yung mga bata pinagtatrabaho pagdating sa senior high school pa rin kesa staying in senior high school. Pero in the health side of it, they were saying that, like you said, there's so much improvement already in terms of the health side ng mga poor families ho natin. Not perfect, but they said that there are signs that they're already developing the health-seeking behaviors that we want. But kulang pa, that's what they said in the last PEDS assessment in 2019.
Aware of that, but can you provide some other measure of success for the 4P's program? Kasi sa ngayon wala eh. palpak
Madam Chair,
eh.
that's why we
In the
commissioned...
absolute measure of providing a new pathway out of poverty through 4Ps.
Madam Chair, that's why
there
we commissioned...
simply isn't any success
Madam-
to claim.
Madam Chair, as mentioned in the past two meeting, that's why we commissioned those two studies. Kasi nobody has ever
No,
looked
but in
at...
the meantime, even without the studies, ilan dito na nag-exit ang nag-avail ng iba pang
Yes,
programa
ma'am,
katulad
we
ng
have that.
SLP, Kalahi Sheets, kung ano man.
Madam Chair, we will send you the committee a submission yung mga na-endorse at
Baka
nag-aral
na-endorse naman
sa
yun
kolehiyo.
Sa ALS, sa
Yes.
DepEd, sa SUC, kung saan
We have that, Madam
TESDA.
Chair.
Anyway, kasi wala akong mahanap na success measure dito eh. The other thing is that you are claiming the Social Welfare and Development Indicator as the tool used for the graduation process from the 4Ps. Do you assess all the 4.4 target
Yes,
households?
Madam Chair. The links natin...
Where did you derive the number 4.4?
Madam, that's the database, but that's the universal that we should keep, 4.4.
I don't understand. What do you mean it's the universal?
In the,
There's certainly more poor people than those.
Definitely, Madam Chair,
And
there's
the
more.
number of the poor who, in fact, have children under the age of majority will certainly be more as the years pass. How come we are stuck to 4.4
Madam Chair,
forever?
because one, nandun yun sa Philippine Development Plan na
Pero
target.
I understand.
And two,
pero
nasa GAA.
But it's how can you say 4.4 forever when in fact population is growing?
Madam Chair, we really want more.
No,
but
I understand,
even in the
but I'm
GAA,
just saying,
it's...
you have to agree with me that pegging it to an absolute number forever is absurd.
Definitely, Madam
So
Chair.
there we go. So,
Ma'am,
what
in-
would the real number be?
6 million. 6 million.
No, the ones who are really qualified. I don't think it's 6 million. You're all guessing. I don't believe so.
Madam Chair,
Dami-daming bata sa Pilipinas.
Madam Chair, kasi that's the sad part. Our listahanan only is 2019. It's an old
Understood, and you won't have
listahanan.
any more. But
That-
isn't PSA gonna...
Yes, Madam Chair. So we're looking forward to getting the CBMS kasi doon namin kukunin yung data.
Yeah, no, because, okay, 4.4 is what's stated, but you all know it's absurd. Why don't we question this?
Madam Chair, we will and we have.
And where will we get the data? What is the real number of qualified households? Alam naman natin, di totoo to eh.
Madam Chair, that's why we're
Alam
waiting.
naman, 17 years, hindi lumaki yung populasyon.
Madam-
Labis-labis ang linaki, tapos ito pa rin.
Madam Chair, that's why we're waiting for the new CBMS to come in kasi lumang-luma na ho yung listahanan natin. It is a 30% inclusion-exclusion error.
So you have an assessment process. You have an inkling of how many households are due to exit
Madam-
this year.
Exit, ma'am, Madam
Yeah,
Chair.
due to natural attrition.